Morning guys, hope you're well. So CoinsKid, thank you for all your nice contributions to the Telegram group there guys. We are turning into a brilliant little community, bouncing ideas and projects and everything off each other, so it's really good. Just diving into Chainlink then at the moment, you can see that if we drop the fib on this, you can see we are still in this channel guys, so this is really bullish. We're just sort of creeping up gradually, consolidating, having little bounces and retests of support there. We're bouncing off if this 55 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame as well, which is positive. We're not breaking down, which is good. I did say to you if we was to break down, then I would target the bottom of this channel here as support, and when we do push up, I would be targeting this top of this channel here as resistance. And you can see that roughly if we remain in this channel, you can see where our target is guys. We'll be pushing up towards that $40 towards the end of March if we can make a bounce up to that top there. So it's all good. It's all good for Chainlink. Just a level of consolidation guys. I don't know if you're following Chainlink, but some news come out yesterday about NFTs, so you may want to check that out. So that's bullish. It's all good. This is just a level of reaccumulation before we start creeping up and making them new highs guys. What we'll do, we'll drop the fib on Chainlink on the 4-hourly time frame here guys. So this was an impulsive move up to there, yeah, up to that top. You can see we didn't come down to the 0618 yet, so that is still a possibility guys. We could still break down to that 0618, which would bring us under the 55 EMA. But you can see we have done that and bought back up numerous times here. There was that correction there, come down, test the bottom of the channel, got bought back up, went through the EMAs there, come back down, back tested, and we got bought up again. I'm not saying we will break down to this level here, but it is a potential play that we could come down to that 28 10 cents guys. Failing that, if this bottom here we did bounce off the 0.5, if we are forming what looks to be now a new impulsive wave creeping forward, because you can see that the EMA there, that 20 EMA it's coming around, it's trying to curl and then it's coming back, so potentially looking at another curl there. We're getting a bit of a bounce today. You can see that we're currently trading at 29.49 for Chainlink. So if we zoom in a little bit guys and just check, you can see we are getting that nice little wick there. It's a bit of an indecisive wick at the moment, turning slowly into a bit of a bullish hammer. Yeah, so it's a bit indecisive, it's kind of in the middle, it doesn't know what it wants to do. But you can see we're hugging the 55 EMA, which is really nice, really good. But again, you know, if we was to break down, I would target these fib levels guys. You're looking at a breakdown to 28.84 and a bounce, and 28.10 and a bounce. Okay, any lower than that and we could start falling into the bottom of this channel here guys. So just keep an eye on those levels. But if this was the start of an impulsive wave, okay guys, we were looking at potential similar sort of trade that we've just gone through on the impulsive wave, then all you do, you know how we do it in the channel, we just move our fibs and we'll push it up like that, and we could potentially be forming an impulsive wave now from this bottom that's going to push us up to that level there at 34.87 sometime over the next few days for Chainlink, and then obviously correct down to the 0.16 again, which is perfectly healthy. So that's just Chainlink. Not much to say other than their potential targets guys moving forward. So what I'll do, I'll just jump into the Reef chart right now for you guys. Hi guys, so this is Reef. It's looking really good. We have broke out here. What we did here, as you can see, we've come down, we broke out and we formed that bullish cross there on the 4-hourly time frame. If I zoom in for you guys here like this, you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. So we formed that bullish cross there, okay, and we surged up, as you know. Then we come back down. We looked like we were breaking down, but we kept bouncing off this 55 EMA as support. We had that correction there, but we soon got brought back up. We looked like we were going to form a bearish cross there, but we just bounced off it as support. So that in itself is a very bullish signal guys. And then obviously we've pumped back up again, which is really good for Reef. So what we could do, we're doing here is making this high higher. So we need to start and make this high push up. So we're making a higher high and a higher low guys. That's what we do need to see for Reef in this short run here that we're experiencing in this run. So we do need to see that, otherwise you could potentially see Reef, this could be a bit of a fake out and come back down and back test this EMAs again, which again is healthy, but we could do with seeing a higher high there just to confirm this trend is reversed and we are seeing a new uptrend guys. So what I'm going to do is drop the fib on there. So you can see from that impulsive move there up to there on the 4-hourly time frame here guys, we did go up there, we pushed up and we bounced down off this 0.5, okay, so that's bullish. That's a really bullish thing that we bounced off that and didn't go all the way down to that 0618. So it shows that there's a very strong trend indeed in the upwards trend for Reef, and the fact that the EMAs as well, the bullish cross and the retest there, the bounce off, again, effectively you could say that's a bullish cross, even though it's not. It's just a confirmation of a trend. Okay, so what we've done now, we bounced off a 0.5, again really positive on the 4 hourly time frame, and we could basically be forming that massive new impulsive wave, guys, that's going to take us up to this previous high. And what we're going to do here, we're going to move this off the bottom just like that, and you can see that if this impulsive wave plays out like we want it to, then you could see that we're going to potentially move up now in this impulsive wave, push up to this sort of level here, guys, where we'll see another correction down to the 0.5 if it's strong. If it starts to weaken out, which is perfectly normal, we may bounce off this 0.618, but you can see what that does, guys. That will actually create a higher high in this trend like this. Look, so we've got a higher high and a higher low, so it just means that the trend is intact. So we do effectively need to see this push on. Okay, it could come down, and that's perfectly normal. It could come down. What we don't need to see is it coming down and losing these EMAs, because then you would be looking at lower highs, guys. You would be looking at lower highs like that, and that would be pushing us down in a trend. Okay, and then you could effectively just do something like that, and then like that, where we're just being suppressed in a downtrend. So it's a very critical time for Reef, guys. I do believe that we are forming a big impulsive wave now. I do believe that the whole market is bullish. This won't go up immediately like this, guys, as well, just so you know, just to make you aware. It will potentially retest and sort of retest these fibs as it's pushing up. You know that it's going to hit resistance along the way, but as long as we can sort of go up and make that higher high in this new trend, then that's good. That's what we're looking for Reef, and it potentially get back up, come back test these fib levels before we move on to that high up there, guys. So again, just really bullish on Reef. I mean, if we bring out the daily time frame on Reef here, guys, you can see that we are really high on that 55 EMA there, guys. Really high. So that is really bullish in itself. Okay, so we did backtest this 55 EMA again, brilliant, critical support, bounced off it beautifully, got above the EMA, the 20 EMA on the daily time frame there, and we just backtested it there, look, as support. I did say to you we were bouncing down there. I think I did say we may break down to the 0.32. We never got there, which again is really positive for Reef moving forward. So it's all good, guys, it's all good. What we need to see now, as you can see, we are in this channel, so if we can trade up now in this channel, that's great, and get to that high. So that's Reef, guys. Quick summary on Reef, all good. Just keep an eye on them levels. So let's take a look at 1Inch, guys. You can see that we're doing okay, all right? We're not doing too good in regard to the EMAs at the moment, guys. We do need to see a push above that 20 EMA on the daily time frame and then backtest it as support, because you can see what happens when we are above it. We are in an uptrend, and when we're below it, we are in a downtrend. So you can see we broke out, but then obviously the correction came. We've broke that back down, but we do now seem to be pushing up. So that is a very critical area of resistance right there. You can see that we did wick off it just there as resistance. So what we do need to see on the daily time frame, guys, is confirmation that we can get the close on this candle above this EMA, just like it, and see a nice pump to the upside. At the moment, we do look to be like we've got caught back in that downtrend, okay, guys, on the daily time frame. So worst case scenario is we may see a push back down and another retest of this 55 EMA. And currently, if we was to do that over the next couple of days, you could be looking at a potential $3.59 Reef token. But I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it's something, a possibility that we may, if you see us break down even further, then that would be a really high level of support down there, guys. Okay, but what we want to see is 1Inch push up. Okay, it needs to push up, get above the 20 EMA on the daily, come back down, test it as support, and then we're off again. Because you can see what happens, guys, when we do come back, get above, back test as support, and we start the parabola, we start the massive uptrend, which I still believe is on the cards for 1Inch, because obviously the product and the price action as well, which is telling me that we are sort of curving around here, and we do look like we're forming this new trend since we broke out of it on the 4 hourly time frame, guys. So we'll jump into the 4 hourly time frame here. So on the 4 hourly, that looks bullish, because on the 4 hourly we form this bullish cross, and just like Reef, okay, if you look at Reef on the 4 hourly as well, forming that bullish cross, we went up, we back tested it, we fell through, but we come back and then we bounced off it again. So we could potentially be looking at a big surge for Reef, and we may push up and test this highs up here. So what you want to do in this particular level here, just as confirmation guys, is bring out the fib levels. So what we say on the 4 hourly time frame here, this was an impulsive move up there, and that's a corrective move, and we'll see where we got to guys. Okay, so impulsive move just there is that impulsive move, and now corrective move bounced off to 0.618. So that was a really good buy zone guys in that correction. We do look really good on the 4 hourly guys. We do look like we're forming that next impulsive move there on the 4 hourly time frame again, which would push us above that 20 EMA on the daily time frame, which would send us bullish again on the daily. Okay, so we are still bullish. Don't get me wrong, we are still bullish on the daily, but we could potentially break down to that 55 EMA, which is not necessarily bearish, but obviously you don't want to see us break down to that level. What we need to do is push above the 20, back test it as support, and push on in the uptrend. So potentially, if this is the form starting a new impulsive wave now for this corrective wave, so we had this impulsive wave up, this corrective wave down, bounced off to 0.618 guys, would have been a great area to buy back in on 1 inch if you were targeting off this top here. So again, we'll push it up, you know how we do it on this channel guys, push it up for a potential next impulsive move up and a potential target. So a potential target, if we're going to a nice green weekend guys, which is possible, we could be pushing into a green weekend, i.e. where the market pumps, because it has been a few days now since we've seen a nice pump. The last time we had a pump was around about 5th of March, where we've seen this impulsive wave, corrective wave, potentially forming another impulsive wave. So you could see us push up. Now if we was to form a very similar impulsive wave to the previous one, you could see us push up to that target there at $4.93 for a Reef token before we have a correction down to these fib levels guys. That's 1 inch, sorry. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just a quick update for you guys. Please, again, do smash the like button and the subscribe button, and keep sharing and keep doing what you're doing. The channel's really growing now with over 4,000 subs, which is amazing. Thank you very much for all your feedback, guys. All of you. I appreciate everything. Thank you. Catch you later. Bye-bye.